Good morning, everyone. It's B from Cruisin US, and there's an echo. Hold on one second. All right, and we are live in our den, and Mrs. Cruisin US is here. How are you?
Hello. I don't know where the camera is.
Oh, it's right here.
Oh, hello.
I know. We're a little bit of a weird kind of setup today. I'm in a mobile rig because we are sitting in front of my Star Wars cab right now, and this is my modded Outrun cab, and we're going to be doing some live gameplay of Ridge Racer, and Mrs. Kongzaros came dressed for the occasion wearing her best racing modeling outfit. Do you like it? Yes. What do you think about Ridge Racer coming out? Any thoughts? You have no idea what Ridge Racer is.
All I know is I need to get on this. I need to do this live stream a few days ago, and then sure. Good morning, everyone.
Polo is here. Bill Wright is here. Darth Penguin's here. Akuma Rev says, love the new background setup, dude. It's just a mobile setup, so yeah, we're all over the place. Good morning, Papa Brad's game. And I love it that Angelic Requiem recognizes the Chrono Trigger music. Yeah, so people always asking me, like, what is that song? It is absolutely my all-time favorite game, Chrono Trigger. and rocking the Shawless theme. So kudos to you. Thanks for being here. Travis Souders is here. Papa Brad's Gaming. So, folks, good morning. Pete Latif is here. Shoeshine is here as well. She needs to drop a handkerchief without outfit. Handkerchief drop. Bend it, snap. Yeah. You're getting some drinks on. Okay, so I know we're kind of a little bit of an awkward setup, but if you can see, if you haven't already checked out and followed my channel for a while, I've modded my Outrun cab. It was one of the first things I wanted to do when Arcade1Up came up with the racing cab, is mod it to play pretty much every racing game. And I, for a long time, have a good collection of racing games, including Ridge Racer 1 and 2. They're not like my most played games, but they're on my playlist. So I thought it'd be fun to do our Sunday chill and chat and play, have Mrs. Kongzarest test out the Outrun mod. I could actually even play it on my Star Wars cab too. So we can do some dual side-by-side racing. I have another camera that's set up kind of the side so you can see us on both sides. But if you haven't, hello. But if you haven't seen my, I'll turn over here. If you haven't seen what I did with my Outrun cab with this bench seat and everything that was modded, I have a link in the description that goes over my complete Outrun mod. And I've done a couple of different changes. I took off the giant spoiler wing. It just wasn't practical for having it in our garage or in our den. But I did leave the lights on. I've made a couple of tweaks and changes to the system and the playlist itself, but otherwise, this Outrun is amazing. I have the PC wheel installed. I've worked on force feedback, so this wheel actually does force feedback for pretty much all the games that has force feedback enabled. So it's pretty fun, but I like the Outrun cab a lot, and this is a chance to play it. So we're gonna play some Ridge Racer, maybe some other games as well. So we'll have this side camera going on as well. How are you doing this morning, though? People want to hear from you.
I'm doing good. I don't know which one I'm supposed to talk to. The mic is right there. Yeah. Okay, yeah. So I'll face this way.
So we'll turn around right here now.
Yeah. So I'm doing good. It was funny. I just decided to jump into my bathing suit or this one piece this morning, and then of course Mr. Kongzarest was like, "Can you put on shorts?"
You can wear whatever you want to on these streams, Mrs. Kongzarest. I'm not hating at
all. So believe me, all those thumbnails, those are my doing. I'm picking my own outfits, and Mr. Kongzarest is the Can we not wear that one today?
Funny enough, you remember how we did that Rachel Vibbs board video, right?
Yeah.
And then like she was trying to just be like overly like, ooh, like let me show off the goods. You're probably wearing those exact same shorts too. Yes. And there was a recent comment that was like, skip to the 6-minute mark for this video, and it was when you were doing your like intentional booty shot. So I was trying to film her very, very like
showing off pieces of the actual board and not
wholesomely, and she like intentionally bends over and like shows her ass into the camera, and I'm like, all right, I can't edit that out. This is a required shot now. So
it's completely fine. I work out for this VOD. You have no idea.
I love it. So, you know, it's for the entertainment. I know I'm sure you guys enjoy it as well, but here we are, we're playing. Wait, no, we cannot make another video about Ridge Racer. It would trigger Zohar, but I'm not going to look at the website, Jeff Rainwater. So that's okay. I mean, we're all having fun as content creators. I saw Zohar's video, and it's funny because he made a video about Ridge Racer complaining about other people making videos about Ridge Racer. But you know, it's fun to see what everybody else comes up with. It. I don't hate anybody else that's making content for the sake of content. If he enjoys making content, you know, improving others or criticizing folks, that's his deal. But you do what you want, Jeff. I watched your video too. I thought it was good. So it's fun. All right, Rainwater Games. Hanso fanboy is easily triggered. He is, and he flip flops back and forth so much, but that's part of who he is, and he's polarizing like that. All right, everyone watches Zohar. You had a blast. All right, be real. That's all right. All right, so you ready to play some games, or what else are you drinking this morning? Well, we didn't really. I'm sorry. Normally we have some sort of breakfast happening this morning, but
I'm eating pastry crisp.
You're eating pastry crisp.
Want some? It's crunchy.
Crunchy.
That was a little shocked.
No, it's okay. I'll take some coffee though. Is that iced coffee?
Yeah, it's iced coffee, no creamer.
Iced coffee.
Creamer. I know. We're off our game today. We have no creamer in the fridge.
I know. I usually wake up about 45 minutes to get the stream ready, and then sometimes I'll set this up, and then I'll get breakfast. But today we're in a brand new setup. You can see that this is our mic right here. I have this little jerry rig webcam here, a light. So this is not our normal mobile setup. But I did get a new laptop. Do you guys see it over there? So that laptop back over there is exciting. That's my new baby. So that Mrs. Kongzarest can no longer slam it shut in the middle of a live stream because it's mine.
Yep, it is.
Yeah. It's a beast. If you didn't see my other thumbnail before, it's an Alienware a 10th Gen i7 with 32 gigabytes of RAM, an RTX 3070, and a 1 terabyte SSD M2 drive. Exciting.
I'll just shut off the surge protector.
Okay. You know, her laptop that I normally use to is also a beast. So when she first started getting her laptop and everything, she also has a Dell Alienware, like a 17-inch, right?
Mhm.
And it was
R17.
like, yeah, it was crazy. Like the specs at the time, you got it almost a year ago, right? Like in the middle of the pandemic.
Yeah.
She had like a 2070 in there, a 17-inch screen. It's probably like is it an i7?
Yeah, it's an i7.
Yeah. And what does she do with it? She tests websites on it.
No, web apps.
Web apps. That's all she does. She doesn't do any gaming. She doesn't do any she
I
does
do
video
editing.
She does. She tries to do some video editing on it, but she's not using the potential of it at all. But it should be good. All right. All right. Hey, what's up, 19K Fox? Appreciate you, man. What's going on? John D. At John D. Great work on the Arcade1Up. Latest product is top line. Oh yeah. So that's the other big news. Big Blue is here. The Alienware is the Skynet shiz. Hey, John D is here.
Don't install all the Alienware
Please,
software.
everyone make as many videos as you want, community. I don't care if it's all the same. That's true. So John D is here. I don't know if this is the real John D or not, but if it's the real John D, please stand up. But Arcade1Up Big Blue is out, and there's been reviews. You know that I also purchased 2 of them. Although I'm so sad.
I thought you canceled the other one.
I did. I backed the wrong horse, folks. For folks that wanted an update on like, where's my Big Blue? I backed the Arcade1Up one, and then I backed the GameStop one as well because it was cheaper and with the free shipping. And I canceled the A1Up Direct one because I swear I saw a FedEx notification that like GameStop was already shipping. And so then I was like, okay, I haven't heard anything from Arcade1Up. So then I canceled the Arcade1Up Direct one. And then all of a sudden people start getting the Arcade1Up Direct ones, and then the GameStop one like pause, and like it isn't gonna get here until I think next week or the 12th. And so I'm like, $75 would have been worth not having all this FOMO of watching everybody else get their Big Blue collab. So I backed the wrong horse. I should have just stuck with Arcade1Up Direct so I can get in there, beat Akuma Rev's ass, because I know he's looking forward to get in there and playing. But all right, let's see what else is going on here. Not much. UAG. Big Blue delivered. No, I still don't have my Big Blue yet, but I don't even have space for it. That Street Fighter 2, I have to replace this. It's a hyperspin that I barely ever play. It's not even set up yet. And so that's where Big Blue is going to go. It's going to replace that Street Fighter 2 right over there. All right, so let's go ahead and check out this Ridge Racer. So, I mean, John D is here. I don't know if he's going to say anything. You all should ask him questions. Was this real? Is this leaky or not? I don't know, but the leaks are happening all over the place. It's weird that Arcade1Up isn't having formal announcements for some of these big titles. I mean, Ridge Racer not being like a super huge racing title, but it's a new racing cab. It's something that we really wanted to see. So I'm really curious about how all these leaks are happening, but we as a community are kind of excited for seeing all these things. So how do you feel about like announcements for gaming things? Do you feel like things are better when there's a big formal announcement, like a press release or like some communication? Or is it kind of like juicy when you get like a scoop, like, oh, here's a news article leak of like this new thing?
I feel like it's better with a press announcement. I mean, like that's more legit versus like if it's a juicy leak, it just becomes a rumor.
Yeah, because John D is denying. He's like, "What's Ridge Racer?" He doesn't even know.
And then you had something up there.
Oh, did I miss a super chat?
Yes, you did.
All right. Sorry, I'm a little bit behind on my super chat. Kong, you did the same thing with your pre-orders, and it is what it is. Hey, thanks, 19K Fox. I know, right? You wanted to like, in GameStop. We know the history of GameStop was like they don't fulfill their orders on time. They're usually late. Sometimes they cancel. There's no communication. I backed the wrong horse, but it is what it is exactly. But man, I'm curious about your game too, 19K Fox. I'm curious if you're good at that Street Fighter. See if we can get in there. But the lobbies have been pretty nil, and from what I saw last, Mad Dad's Gaming is actually top dog in the game. So hopefully we can get some more competition in there. We can do some more gameplay video. Just a quick shout out to Akuma Rev and the Fighters Evo crew, because they're going to be doing some live streaming of the Big Blue. If you want to see live Big Blue action, Friday nights on their Put Your Quarters on the Glass are going to be live streaming fights in HDMI quality from the Big Blue cabinet. He's already hack the PCB to output to HDMI, and those guys are on it. They're going to be live streaming coverage. So if you want to get a match and you want it called by Akuma Rev and Fighter Zevo, reach out to him and he'd be happy to record it. Call your match live, and let's see some top shelf Street Fighter 2 action. So I know we're digressing. We're talking about Ridge Racer, but that's going to be on. Oh, you're third right now. What's up, Gene? So, hey, you're still top 3. You're still top 3. And 19K Foxes, you have no problem getting your ass kicked online, but it'll be a ton of fun. And I really thought I was decent at Marvel vs. Capcom when I got it. I was like, oh, the Arcade1Up community is not gonna be as good as like people on Fightcade. And I get on there, and the first person I play is Victor Salmon, V Salmon, and he totally wipes me. And I was totally a fish when I first started. But 6,000 matches later, I'm a top 30, 25 player now. So it could happen. I think I'm hoping that more people will play it and get fun. Kumara says, for John D, with Mike Tyson and Jabberwockies partnering with Arcade1Up, is there a future product line for DDR or title fight cabs? Love Big Blue. So we're getting super chats in chat, because if that's the real John D, he's here in the community. I love that he's joining back and joining these streams and things. So we appreciate it. It's been a while since he's made an appearance on any type of show or made announcements, but we appreciate some of the commentary you've been joining for some of the Big Blue streams. All right, so let's get into it. I want to start off by showing off our Arcade1Up mod. So this is my RaceCade. So here I'm going to turn this on. I'm going to mute this audio and turn on the intro so you guys can see what the Congress RaceCade looks like. So here we go. Oh, I don't know if you can hear that audio.
It's repeating.
Yeah, so this was a playlist I put together in BigBox. And so this is my intro to my RaceCade playlist that's playing right now. There's a little bit of an echo, so we're going to see if we can mute this and get this going on a different camera. All right. Let me try something else really fast.
You gotta mute this one.
Yeah.
We're supposed to turn up the sound.
I know. I know. Okay, so I have 3 PCs set up, and there might be a little bit of echo if I play sound from this. So we might be playing Ridge Racer or any of these without sound, just so that you can see everything and not have any echo. But this is my RaceCade playlist. So again, my modded Outrun, you can see right here. Mrs. Kong's is sitting in a seat, and this is the Outrun cab right here. So this is Launchbox, BigBox. I had the menu set up where if you move the shifter up and down, it'll move through your playlist. And so I have several different playlists that you can see. Classic racing, a Mario Kart playlist, modern racing, my Outrun playlist, a ride and roll playlist, a ride and shoot playlist, but again, all the racing games that you can. But let's get into it. I have my modern racing playlist. I'm going to press the little button on the shifter, and that's what's going to enter my menu. And yeah, I love Launchbox, BigBox. It's simple. So this is Ridge Racer. That's what the original cab looked like. It's a sit-down racer, and you can see if you looked at the design that came out on Wayfair, you can see the pictures of how this Ridge Racer sit down and that marquee on the top. They did a really good job on that, on the marquee being above the fold, just to emulate this cab. Look at this, the shape of it. It actually looks really good. And even the colors for the stand-up, it almost looks like if you took off the sit-down portion of it, it would look exactly like the stand-up the way that they did it. So they did a fantastic job with that. So let's get into Ridge Racer, and you guys can see the gameplay. I've been testing it out. This is a PS3 Logitech wheel that I have hooked up. I have the pedal set up. You can't change the views, so it's only a first-person view. There's no like person view. But I'm gonna have Mrs. Kong's play it. Can you reach the pedal? Are you a little shorty? Do you need to scoot up?
No, I can do it like this.
Yeah, or you can move that thing forward if you want to as well.
All your wires.
That's okay. You can just move forward. You're fine?
Yeah, I'm fine.
You scoot up? Okay. All right, so we're gonna get in here, and so we're going to press the start button and get it going. So let's do that while I check chat and see if there's anything else going on. All right, no one else does a front end as clean as B. Thanks, I appreciate that. All right. All right, so the coin button is the little yellow button. So press it twice. and then press the start button. Okay, there you go. All right, now you can select your thing. Let's do novice. Press the gas button.
Fine.
Yes, there you go. Automatic, press gas one more time. There you are. All right, I don't even know if the audio for this is set up, but yeah, there's the actual model person that's in here, and step on the gas. There he is. So Mrs. Kongzerus is now playing Ridge Racer without any sound at the moment. I'll see if I can fix that in a little bit, but you guys can see what the gameplay actually looks like for now. So it is a first person, again, type of cab. It looks really clean. The fact that they have this hardware going on the Arcade1Up. If this is true, I know John D is here and denying everything. John D says, is this Ace Driver or Victory Lap? No, this is oh my gosh, I know he's here and he's trolling, but these two games, Ace Driver is another I think Sega 22 game. The hardware of this, I forget if it's like this is forget the actual hardware of it, but Ace Driver is one of the games that can run on this hardware. So John D is dropping potential hints of what could be on this cab, whether it's Ridge Racer 1, Ridge Racer 2, Rave Racer, or Ace Driver is another one. But this is Ridge Racer. But look at the graphics on this game. It's simple enough, early 3D graphics, that if they were able to get this on a PCB, this is great news for future Arcade1Up titles and what else they can do with this. I mean, it's simple enough, but it looks so fantastic for these early 90s games. This game came out, I believe, in 93. And yeah, and she's playing. How's it so far? How do you like it?
It's like hard to focus on those cars. And like so pixelated.
Oh, and I have shaders and sort of scan lines on my setup so that it looks a little bit like a CRT. That's why you see the curves on it. So I like the bezel setup that I have. And this is running off of MAME. And so it runs and emulates pretty well in MAME so far. But I like the game so far. It's pretty simple from a straight just racing game perspective. I thought you would have been able to change the view on it like a Daytona and see the different things. Oh, is it it's not Sega 2, it's System 22. System 22, that's what I was thinking. So System 22 hardware, if that's what it can run on. Yeah, there's a quite a lineup of games that can run on this, including those other ones that were mentioned earlier.
Oh, I'm not gonna make the checkpoint. I'm not gonna make it.
She's not gonna make it.
Oh.
But that's the thing, you have unlimited coins, and so that's Ridge Racer playlist. There's a ton of Namco System 22 games that can be included. The view button is a dead giveaway that'll have more than Ridge Racer. That's true, because the original Ridge Racers, I looked and they didn't have a view change button. So this screams Virtua Fighter or Soul Calibur next. Ukuma says, what is Ridge Racer? Nobody knows what Ridge Racer is. What's up to die for? Not Sega 22, System 22. Thank you. All right, clean like a mother. Good morning, Philly Chick.
Good morning.
Watching you guys while you're working on one of the cabinets. Very cool. Thank you for being here. VS1 graphics. So let's try out Ridge Racer 2, because we were watching Ridge Racer 1, and the gameplay for Ridge Racer 2 is very, very similar. So to exit the menu in my build, I just hold down the start button, and that acts as an escape button. I love Launchbox. And then we're going to go to Ridge Racer 2. So here's Ridge Racer 2. I also have Rave Racer, so we can test that out as well. But Ridge Racer 2, I don't know if they just added more locations or it doesn't look that much different, honestly. So we're going to play Ridge Racer 2, and I'm going to ask Mrs. Kongzerus if you noticed any difference between the two. It's probably better that we're playing with any sound in case we might get any copyright strikes, but here's Ridge Racer 2. Throw in some coins, hit the gas button. Step on the gas. Gas it up. Ooh, looks like we're driving a different car, but you just jump straight into it. But yeah, you had the same model, you had the same look. They didn't upgrade anything else. The graphics don't look that much different at all. And there you go. I don't know if there's
like this backup camera for
the rearview mirror was in the first one too.
I didn't see it.
You weren't paying attention.
No, I wasn't paying attention. I was watching the chick.
But even the stage looks exactly
the same.
Yeah, you recognize the tunnel and everything. Maybe it's just the first stage that they used and reused a lot of different things. But I couldn't really tell the difference between Ridge Racer 1 and 2. Someone says, I don't know what y'all talking about. No one has a System 22 emulator. Well, MAME has a System 22 emulator, and they're doing pretty well. So how about Light Gun, Virtual Cop 2, or House of the Dead 2, Webhead? Yeah, so Virtual Cop 2 and House of the Dead runs on Sega Model 2 emulator. So that is similar in the realm of this, but not System 22. So that's very close. If they're getting close to doing this, this would be really great. All right, Ace is a way better game and so underrated. I'm gonna have to look that up, John D. I don't even know if I have Ace Digital Victory on here. I gotta look that up. Ridge Racer 2 is different because the cars have bows on the hood. Good to know. Good to know.
No, don't go down there.
Oh, we have cats that are trying to get into the pedal area down here. All right, so she's playing some Ridge Racer 2 right now. The mechanics feel the same?
Yeah, the mechanics feel the same. Everything was the same too, like the same with the. Don't go down there.
Rear view mirrors in games that actually work. If you had more space, you would have more Arcade1Ups. MAME M2 is different. Dominic says, have the Outrun cab and slowly working through the mod using your video. Watching this motivates me to spend a little more time this holiday. Yeah, if you want to do this as well, I guess quick plug. I also have a how to mod your Outrun video using a GeekPy encoder. If you think using the GeekPy encoder is a little bit too complicated to change your stock wheel, after I did my tutorial on modding the wheel using the GeekPy, I was like, forget it. I'm going to use this Logitech PS3 wheel. I picked this wheel up on OfferUp for about $40. And then it has force feedback in it. I have a USB plugged into my PC. And so after, you could mod the wheel, but if you can find a cheap PC wheel and install it like I did, and then I just used a regular simple encoder for the rest of the buttons to install it in, I would even recommend that. It's easier to even mod just dumping a PC wheel into here. And I have force feedback. How did the force feedback feel? Like, did you feel resistance on the?
Yeah, you definitely felt resistance, and I thought something was cutting my fingers. It was this keyboard.
Oh, the keyboard. Sorry, but yeah, the force feedback on the wheel is really nice when you set up the force feedback plugin, and that's something unfortunately that the stock wheels can't do. If you are using a modded Outrun wheel, it's just a weighted wheel with springs on it, so there's no back and forth resistance. But if you buy a PC wheel, and again, this is a PS3 Logitech wheel. When it was brand new, it was like $200. I picked it up literally for $45 and OfferUp. So if you have an old racing wheel that does force feedback, definitely check it out. It works perfectly. I'm gonna hit the mute button over here. Okay. So yeah, that's Ridge Racer 2. So that's what I did with this mod. So hopefully you guys can enjoy this. So what do you think about the two games? Do they feel different at all?
No, they felt pretty the same.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Pretty much
the
very
stage
similar?
And everything was the same, yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, maybe additional cars. This is 1993, 94 when it came out. But this is Ridge Racer 2. All right. Do you want to play either of those games again? Were they worth going back to a second time? Did it make you want to get in there and keep playing?
Sure.
Well, you're not like really that much of a racing game. Are you like when you go to an arcade, what's your favorite type of game to play?
The coin drop one.
She's a gambler. She likes to take her game of chance, those game drop ones and ticket redemption machines. Would that be crazy to have like a home ticket redemption machine? That'd be like useless and pointless. No. But that fun of gambling. Okay, so let's check out another game. I want her to check out Rave Racer, which is another game on here. All right, Rave Racer, which also I believe uses the System 22 hardware. And so we can check this game out. And this game does have, I believe, a view change where we can change the view, but it looks almost very similar if you can look at the setup. So let's check out Rave Racer. It has a really cool intro, by the way, too. I'm curious Mrs. Kongs or us would be interested in doing this setup. You ready? Oh, yeah.
Oh, you're going to be wearing it? Very
nice.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You have an outfit like that? Rave Racer. Ridge Racer Project.
Wow. Can't wait to see Mr. Congress right now.
All right. So I love the Rave Racer intro. If you like girls and racing cars, there's another game that I'll show you on here called Valve Limits R, which is the funniest racing game you've never heard of before, with lots of different women you can have as your sidekicks while you're driving in the arcade. So this is Rave Racer. It looks very similar, right? Yes.
Yes.
I
the
believe.
Helicopter.
I think there's so now I had a view change. So this is the first two, Ridge Racer and Rave Racer, didn't have a view change button, but this one did have a map view change button. So you can see the type of car that you're driving here. When I'm playing racing games, honestly, I like this third person view better than being inside of the cockpit. This is just me personally. When I was playing a lot of racing games growing up, this is the view that I identified with the most, to be able to kind of see things from this back angle. So I like it when racing cabs have different view angles. So the only thing that I would really knock about the Ridge Racer 1 and 2 games is that it doesn't have that view change button that you would expect from a racing game. But that's the only kind of feedback I wish those games would have. But if they have other games like Ace Victory, the game that John D was talking about, I don't even know if I said that right, and or Rave Racer, this game, at least you have some options. But I don't even think you could pick cars on this game too. So this really opens up the limits. I also have Daytona. You guys want to see some other racing games? Let me know. Let me know what other racing games you want to see. If we can play some Daytona, we can play some Cruisin USA. I mean, we're here to just kind of show you guys the possibilities of what we can play on this cab and what future racing cabs might look like. All right, I gotta catch up on chat. What's up, Al? Thanks for being here. Oh yeah, Money Shot. Arcade1Up coin pusher soon. Does it have Dirt Dash? I don't have Dirt Dash, but I have Dirt Devils. So I do have Dirt Devils. Play Daytona. Yeah, we can play some Daytona. Who wants to see some Daytona? Some people want to see some Crazy Taxi. We got some Crazy Taxi. I have some Crazy Taxi. All right. Play Alpine Racing. I have like the snow ski patrol. I don't know if it's Alpine Racing specifically, but I think I have that on my Star Wars yoke on this PC that I'm actually running StreamYard on right now. It does have some of those other games, so I could probably share my screen on this screen and play some of those other games. Cruisin World. I don't have Cruisin World. I have Cruisin USA. Play Daytona USA, please. Yes, I have many versions of Daytona. So we have Daytona 1 on Sega Model 2. I have Daytona 2 on Sega Model 3. And then I have Daytona USA Championship, which is the latest game on the Technopad. So we can play all three of them, and you can see the differences in them because they're absolutely fun. And I guess for the sake of YouTube, I'm going to see if I can turn on the audio for those other ones too, because playing with the audio is definitely a different experience. But I gotta mute my mic while we're playing with the game audio though. I didn't set this up properly, folks. I'm sorry about that. But we are trying to do some nice screen capture. I got an Elgato stream capture card so you guys can see this high quality streaming from the cab directly. But Mrs. Kong is doing a great job driving. You're in 6th place.
I know. And
3,
at one point,
2,
I almost lost
1.
my contact.
All right, what'd you think about Rave Racer?
Oddly enough, the force feedback wasn't as strong on this, but I felt like I was gonna pull the wheel off.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, because sometimes the force feedback is you can tweak it too, and there's an or a force feedback GUI force feedback that you can change some of those settings. But otherwise, this is the stock settings. But that was Rave Racers. She glitched on the wall. Retro Arcade Gamer says, you have a PC mod of racing games. You use Glenn Spinner and the wheel added on top. Yeah, Glenn Spinner. For folks that don't know, Glenn Spinner can act as a wheel, as a dial wheel. In fact, big shout out to Glenn because like he's going through a lot right now with his basement arcade, and he actually sent me. I don't even know if I'm supposed to do a video on this. I think I should, but this is a GRS wheel that hooks up to the back of a spinner. So this is a future GRS product that might be available for folks. And so this is just a quick shout out. He said it was okay to make content about this at some point, but this is a nice solid wheel that could actually be used on a dial if you wanted to use that. There are a few games that use that traditional dial setup, but otherwise I prefer the paddle wheel where it springs back to center because sometimes it's hard to control. But games like Off-Road use that dial wheel perfectly. So you're kind of limited with the type of games you can play. But hopefully, that just gives you more options to do. So let's get out of this and let's play some Daytona. I'm going to see if I can do the sound just so we can do the intro for Daytona, and then we'll switch it back out. All right, so I'm going to go back to my StreamYard over here. All right, well, let's exit. All right, go back, out. Okay, I might just have to exit the whole thing. All right. So let's remove this. All right. You guys can see my setup in the background. Hope everybody's having a good Sunday morning. We're trying to capture the audio to this communications device. Okay. There. Okay. All right. So maybe we can get some sound from the game going on in a second. Hello, Tabby. There it is. All right, I'm gonna mute this so you guys can hear the intro music. Yeah, so I was just going back and forth just to double check that I can get audio on here. So hopefully you can hear a little bit of that. So nah, this is the real John D. What's going on? All right, you want to see a concave tour? Your home arcade is sick. Yeah, eventually we'll definitely do that. This game is boring. All right, we're gonna do some Daytona. All right, so let's get in here and go back to our playlist. Arcade Racing, California Rush, Scud Racing, Model 3 game. Sega Rally Championship, Sega's Touring, got Star Wars Racer, Racer's Revenge. Let's get into some Daytona, Cruisin USA. All right, so I have Daytona 2, and this is the original Daytona. So, all right, so this is the original Daytona. I know a lot of folks want to see this. So this is Daytona 1 on the Sega Model 2 emulator. Let's see if we can just do this intro so you guys can hear it up. And then I'll come back and let Mrs. Conquerors play. All right, sorry folks, epic fail. I might not have set up my emulator before. I thought I had this all set up already before we played the game, but something must have got messed up with my emulator settings. All right, so Daytona 2 is not working right now. Sega Model 2 is a little bit funky to set up, but let's do Model 3. I definitely know I did this one. So this is Daytona 2 on a Sega Model 3 emulator. Model 2 is a little bit funky to set up, and I think something changed when I changed up my pedal, so I have to redo it. But we have multiple Daytona games we can play. No worries. Epic fail. This is what happens when you're doing live stream. There's no game audio. All right, sorry. We might not be able to get game audio, guys. I did the capture card, but if I do that and try to talk at the same time, you will hear an echo during the same time. So at least you can just watch the game video. It's okay. We're live streaming. Good morning. Where are all the patches you promised, Mess? You raise Attack from Mars with 2 tables are still not unplayable. KevGret's doing some talking directly to John D. He's in the chat. Maybe he'll respond. All right. Oh my God, Racer's Revenge. You love both those games. Episode 1 Racer just got released on a Switch, and they got it the day it came out. How's it playing? How's it feel?
That is really strong force
Yeah.
feedback.
Oh yeah. Look at that force feedback.
And then you roll on the grass. You actually... Oh, my poor little car. Whoops.
I like how in Daytona series, when you actually crash,
Your
car gets all dented and messed up too. Yeah. Kongzorus is saying, how hard was this to set up? This is pretty good with all these racing games. It takes a while, honestly. I actually originally made all these racing games to work with my Star Wars playlist, and with Star Wars, since it's just the analog controller and lots of buttons, when I played these games on my Star Wars yoke, I usually press a button for gas and then another button for brake, and that was really easy to set up for most of the games. Pretty simple. It takes a while to get everything set up, but for racing games, with the pedals being analog as well as the wheel, there's very various settings to get everything working with the pedals and the brake. and then adding force feedback. So, I mean, I still haven't 100% completely set up this racing playlist because I just do it on my spare time when I want to do an event like this to play it. But it definitely takes a while. So, but there's a great number of racing games that I have on here. It's pretty fun. I have a really good Mario Kart playlist. All the actual arcade games run really well. I have the ability to play console games like Gran Turismo and maybe some of the original Mario Karts on consoles too, which are okay. But for the most part, arcade racers are still are the best in this particular setup. And it has the nice back setup with the chair. I raised it up a little bit so it's a little bit more comfortable to sit down and play. And Mrs. Kongzorus is doing pretty well. Look,
32.
Not bad, not bad. She's gonna finish the lap. She's gonna get in it. Any stream you've ever had has issues.
So true.
You need this setup. That's right, the Concrade. Ridge Racer ain't got nothing on Daytona. I really do hope that they do think about releasing future racing cabs. If this is the start of the System 22 and the Arcade1Up PCB, because you think about it, this is running off of a full PC. I have an entire Dell 7010 Optiplex running, I think, a GTX 1650. You don't need that much power, but it's a huge PC that's running all these games. And to get it into the size of a PCB and run all these things flawlessly without any issues, like that's a feat in itself of engineering. So, and the original boards were crazy big. If you ever look at a real arcade, I mean, essentially we're still emulating these games. So getting into a cost point, you have to think about all the amazing engineering that's happening to even get us these games. So what do you think about Daytona 2? Fun?
Yeah.
Yeah? Force feedback fun?
Yeah.
Did the force feedback when you're playing it, does it actually shake when you crash?
Yeah, we shake when you crash, and when you drive on the grass, it shakes.
So that's the awesome thing about force feedback too. If you have the right force feedback settings and you're driving, you can feel the tension on the wheel, which the original one doesn't do, which is pretty cool. All right, so we did Daytona 2. Check out this version. So this is Daytona Championship, which is running off of Technoparrot, and it's the newest version of Daytona. If you went to an arcade today, you might see this version of Daytona in the arcade, and the graphics on it are freaking amazing. So, this is a really cool game to get set up. So I have 3 Daytonas on here. Again, we're gonna play without sound, just for fun, to get it going. All right, B has full arcades for this. He's got an aircraft hangar full of games. I think someone should make an announcement soon regarding updates on everything. I think John D, that would be fantastic to have some official word from the company. You or Scott or David McIntosh or anybody. I know that there's this is, since you're here and we're speaking to you, if you are listening. We appreciated a lot of the updates through CNET and just having something. I think a lot of people were just salivating, looking at the headquarters that was in Miami with the background. But we missed some of that community interaction. And at least you or John or Scott talking directly to fans that have been with the company for so long. So I think that would go a long way if we saw something really formal come out from Arcade1Up to the fans. That would be amazing. But I know the company has to grow into this. What cab is this on, B? Forgive me for my lack of knowledge. Yeah, so this, if you see right now, Killer Penguins, we are playing on my modded Arcade1Up Outrun cab. So I got this Outrun cab last year. I did a whole video on it, review. The next day, I changed out the PC, the wheel, try to mod it and put a PC in it, and then I've been running all these games on here ever since. So I modded back wheel. In the description of this video, I have a link to my full Pimp My Outrun video cab that I did that shows everything that I did to this, including raising the wheel and everything too. All right, so now we are playing Daytona USA Championship, and I would just leave it on this view for a little bit so you can see everything else that's happening. I have multiple views going on. You can see our setup, but look at the graphics on this game. And I know, I guess the quality of the stream isn't that great, but if you can see it on camera, it's not as grainy as what you're seeing on a screen right now. The screen capture right now is a little bit lower quality, but the screen, when you're looking at it, it's super crisp. It looks super modern. The colors are really vibrant for a modern game. And so it doesn't look this grainy as it does on the capture card. But yeah, this is Daytona. But look, I like the features where it kind of shows you which player you're at, because in the arcade, you're actually...
pictures.
Yeah, pictures. It snaps a picture of you so that you can actually be racing too. And the soundtrack on this is really good too. I'm sorry I'm not playing the music for everything, but I'm having issues with the game audio. If I do another future stream and I don't have 3 cameras set up and we do something like with OBS, then maybe we'll figure it out. But it's going really well. Let me double check with the couch. All right. Leaks are intentional. It's free advertising. Oh, the sound of silence. Yeah, we're just doing some gameplay with me talking over a thing. Hey, what's up, Q Lee? My boy Quack. Jamie Loken. What's your favorite racing games on this system? So my favorite game that I play the most often as my go-to is still Outrun 2 on the Technoparrot emulator. So Outrun 2, and we can play some Outrun 2, is so much fun, from the different cars that you can pick to the soundtrack to even just drifting is really, really fun. So I find myself playing Outrun 2 pretty often on this. And then my next favorite games playing are the Mario Kart series. So I play Mario Kart DX. My kids, especially my daughter, loves playing Mario Kart DX because she can play as Rosalina. And she's actually really good because the computer settings are really low for arcade. And you can get first place even if you crash half the match and just gun it the rest of the way. So she ends up getting first place a lot too. But those are some of my favorite games. It's all we need, John D. Just some updates. I agree. That would be fantastic.
If you want to do it officially on our channel, you're welcome to.
I know. I can send you a link right now if you want to join in. But that I know you probably have to go through some other means. How's Terminator 2 cabinet coming along with the developmental process? All right, there's a lot of questions for John D that's in here. Not one bit. Okay. All right.
I think this poor car is gonna smoke out or something. It's like shaking the entire time.
Yeah, Arcade1Ups are thirsty. It's for self-destruction. Since the 1UP Weekly no shows really took up the show's place for Arcade1Up fans. That's true. I mean, the retro arcade community shows have been covering Arcade1Ups, and so I don't know if you need like a dedicated Arcade1Up only show, right? I think a lot of the shows and a lot of the fans are open to hearing feedback about the other shows or the other companies out there. So I don't know if we need an exact dedicated podcast just for Arcade1Up, but 1UP Weekly did a good job of covering a lot of that stuff. Plus they were able to get a lot of the guests coming on the show too. So I do miss the 1UP Weekly for that. So how did you think about this version of Daytona compared to the other ones?
You can crash your car and you don't have to go to the pit. But yeah, it kept shaking the entire time you were playing it. So I'm guessing it's supposed to be like the engine of the car.
Yeah. Yeah, force feedback is fun. So that's Daytona Championship Edition. Let's do some Cruisin USA. I think some people want to see some Cruisin. Yeah. So Cruisin USA, a classic. This one might be a little bit hard to control because I have to tweak the steering wheel settings, but we can get in there and play some Cruisin too.
What?
Okay. Do you remember this game?
Yes.
Well, do you have a favorite racing game that you remember in the arcade playing?
Actually, I don't.
No?
Yeah. Interesting.
Probably Cruisin USA would be like one of the most popular ones, right?
Maybe. Yeah, you see that one a lot.
Yeah.
It was one of those like 4 quarters or like 8 quarter games. And I was like, nope, not going to waste my time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
yeah.
you're doing a thingy.
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead. Just jump in there, press start, and press the gas.
Oh, I'm just going to choose.
Yeah. Automatic. Pick your car.
Ooh.
Old car? New car?
Let's do the red car.
Ooh, red car. There it is. So this is Cruisin USA. Running on MAME.
What are you doing?
Kitties are running all over the place. John D, you can't wait to see that pimped out gangsta look while hitting and vaping and busting combos on Big Blue. I want to see John D hosting big Street Fighter 2 Big Blue matches. Like if you can beat John D,
this force feedback
something would happen. I think that would be really funny. Oh yeah, it's really, really hard. It's like pulling you left and right, isn't it? Yeah, I think the calibration on the wheel is really off right now. Yeah, 1UP Weekly has nothing to do with Arcade1Up. True, like even though it has the 1UP Weekly name in it, their intention was never to be a 1UP only show for sure. You can't wait for Ridge Racer to come out, so you can put it right next to your standing run cab. I think it will look good next to each other. I like how the Ridge Racer cab design wasn't a straight replica of Outrun, that they actually took time to make it look a little bit different. So I think that's a really great move to not reuse the shape of the cabs. I mean, we thought that since they came out with the racing cab, I don't know if it costs more money to reuse the same molds or if making unique molded cabs is cheaper or more expensive, I mean. But I liked how they have the marquee on the top and really tried to make it look like Ridge Racer. But I think that's a really good point on them.
This wheel is crazy right now.
Unfortunately, your return is on Zohar's whack as recorded review. John D, I know we gotta find a way to get you and Zohar to go live. We gotta start another campaign. Do I have Wangan Midnight on your driving cab? I did have Wangan Midnight on my driving cab, but then I took it off because I was limited on hard drive space, and that game is like 25 gigabytes or some ridiculous number, and I had to like shave it down to make space, and it wasn't that like fantastic of a game in my opinion. It's good, but it was in terms of space. I know that's yeah. Sorry, the wheel is just moving on its own. Sorry about that, but that was Cruisin USA. All right, let's keep you playing another game. Ooh, Chase HQ is another fun game here. All right, let's play Outrun 2 because that's people are asking about my favorite game. So we're gonna play some Outrun 2. Outrun 2 is deliciously fun. Let me know what other games you might want to play. I think some other people were thinking about playing Crazy Taxi, but I don't know if it's quite set up yet, so maybe not. We'll play some of the arcade games. I know this is set up for sure. Our Outrun Coast to Coast is a drifter's dream. You love that game. Yeah, for sure. All right. If it's really John D, please destroy Zohar at Street Fighter 2 so he will maybe quiet down. I think that would be one of the best ways to quiet down Zohar is if we actually did get a true beat sound, but we won't know if it's not live. It's all recorded. It might be predetermined. Who knows? All right, so this is Outrun 2, SPSDX. You beat Outrunners on Standing Outrun Cab last night. Very cool. Those are hard games, honestly. I don't think I've gotten to the end of these on 1 quarter. It's really hard. All right, so she's playing Outrun 2. Yeah, there it is. All right, and so do you know how to drift in this game?
Brake and
yeah, you let go of the gas, you step on the brake, and then you step on the gas one more time while you're turning.
Yeah.
So you try it on this turn. Ready? Brake and then gas.
Nope.
You gotta let go of the brake. I mean, you let go of the gas. Don't use your other foot. Let's see if she can drift. You just gotta pump it and then step on the gas again. So like just hit it once really fast, and then you gotta go into a turn immediately.
Not enough to turn.
Yeah, a little bit more coordination. She can do it. Let's see if she can drift. All right, here it goes. Ready? Turn.
I'm on the beach. And I'm blinded.
Almost. All right, you can do it. All right, just hold on. Wait for the next big turn. All right.
Whoops, I was supposed to go to easy.
It's okay. All right, here we go. Here's a turn. Pump the brake and gas.
Oh.
Oh yeah, and then keep your wheel turning, so that you're kind of like, remember, go right to go left sort of thing.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, here it goes. Go. Pump, turn, and then. You almost got it. She almost got it. We're gonna get Mrs. Kongzerus to drift in this game. We gotta get it. We gotta do it. Yep, 80 seconds. You can do it. This turn. Ready? Pump, turn. You gotta turn while you hit the gas at the same time. Here it is. And turn. You're like a second late. I'm coaching her. We can do this. We can get Mrs. Kongzerus to drift. Drift. Okay, here it is. Ready? Turn. You got to turn at the same time. Go. Pump, brake, turn. Yeah, there it is. She did it. You got it? Yeah. So once you turn that way, then you got to like turn the other way so you can go back. All right, this might be too hard to do. This is like a U-turn. All right, here it goes. Drift right here. Pump, turn. Yeah! Turn left to go right. Drifting is so much fun in this game. Once you get it going, it's really fun. This is one of the reasons why I really like this game. All right, you put your money. I think. Ooh, some people are saying John D doesn't think they can handle Zohar. All right. Can't believe around the time coasted to the finish line. Yeah, not gonna lie, you would legit play hard cash for a good quality Daytona tab. I think a lot of people would. Daytona is a AAA title for sure. Absolutely. All right, I think I'm a little behind on chat, so we're gonna see where we're at. Good morning, John. Good to see you. Wipeout Fusion. I do have Wipeout Fusion, yeah. So 1UP Weekly had a huge amount of Arcade1Up fans who watch the show. They covered other content, but the show name ultimately made it home for diehard fans of Arcade1Up. That's a good assessment. I think a lot of Arcade1Up fans liked it. Cruising on MAME sucks. You are so true, John D. It does suck. Everyone can beat you. You're 9-3-9. You have some big smack talking and trash talking for a 3-9 record, John D. I thought that would have been a little bit larger, but I guess if you're testing against Jay Wong, then yeah, I think that would be a little hard to get.
Where's the checkpoint?
It needs to be live.
No checkpoint.
All right.
Oh no.
Oh, we have a super chat from Jerry Gott. He says, anyone heard anything on track and field or stoke about its release? I don't think we've seen any additional info or feedback on track and field from the original Randy's record leaks that came out. So do you remember Randy's records? No? There's been all sorts of like recent releases or leaks that are coming from different sources, either websites in Canada posting up things, or there was this record store that did a paper listing of all the stuff, and track and field was one of them. But thanks for the super chat, Dragot. But I don't think I've heard anything from track and field coming on here. What time is it right now? 9:41. Okay, probably go for about another 10 minutes or so. We will keep playing some more games. What other game do you want to play next?
I don't know.
You don't know. All right, let's do. There's Motor Raid. There's Initial D. We could play some of the older games too, just so that you guys can see. Actually, I think Indy 500 is a really interesting game too. This is running on Sega Model 2, and so Indy 500 would be a really fun game, and it has a really cool setup where it looks like you're in the cockpit in the wheel. So I want you to play some Indy. Are you a fan of Indy series or NASCAR cars? What do you like playing?
Probably NASCAR cars.
You like NASCAR?
Yeah.
You don't like the F1 formula? You don't like Francesco Bernoulli?
With his open wheels.
Open wheels? No. Yeah. Mr. Miami Cutter says, you'd like to see 18-wheeler American Pro. Yeah, I actually have 18-wheeler on here. It's the Dreamcast version of it, though. But it's actually a fun game to play, for sure. All right. You would love a Justin Michael B show to take its place. Are you talking about 1UP Weekly? Yeah, it's been a while since Justin's been on camera, too. Retro Lizard, what's going on, man? My buddy Joel Golsky. We should dual live stream and race each other. Yeah, linking cabs is another goal of mine that I've been wanting to do, because you can, if you're on the same IP network, you can link some of these games together.
I can't steer.
What's that?
And there's no gas.
There's no gas. What happened? Oh no. I wonder if my settings got messed up for all my
stuff.
What's that?
I was able to like select stuff, but I wasn't able to like
I wonder if my Model 2 games all got messed up when I rebooted my computer, because I spent last night setting up my Model 2 games, and then once I rebooted, maybe my joystick swapped and the joystick controllers are messed up. That's the thing about PCs and USBs. When you're emulating stuff, emulation is never 100% perfect. If anybody tells you otherwise, like, you have to know how to troubleshoot and run these games. And so that's one of the reasons why having this setup right now, I have a 2 USB setup, one for the encoder for the stock buttons and one for this wheel. So I think my system got messed up. So no Model 2 games. All right, got it. No Model 2 games here. Oh yeah, I gotta show you the funniest game ever, Valve Limit R. Let's play some Valve Limit R when Mrs. Kong Zeros gets back here, and we will end up the stream pretty soon. Yeah, I was saying linked cabs. Yeah, there are some games where you can link cabs together in Technoparrot, and I believe Sega Model 3 you can link cabs too. And so I've been wanting to link my Star Wars cab as one, and then my Outrun cab as another one. So we're gonna play Valve Limit R right now. Have you played this game?
No, but I remember this one. This is the one with the bikini girl.
Pick your favorite girl to.
Oh yeah, you made me do this last time.
Yeah, to be your sidekick while you're racing. So if we ever see a Valve Limit R, this is for all you thirsty racing fans out there. You could have a person of your choice that's joining you. It doesn't have to just be a lady. There's also Michelle you can have, or Mark that can be your sidekick as well. So there's something for the ladies too. You can pick a lady for you. This is start button right here. Yeah. So who are you gonna pick to join you? Is it Zoe, Juliana,
Gary looking,
Tanya, Jackie, pick your lady. That's the first option. Is pick your co-pilot.
Oh, okay. I only have those girls. Look at those eyebrows on them.
What's that? Oh, John D says he'll co-host with Michael B. Oh, I missed that. That would be fire, John D.
Oh,
yeah.
It looks like I got Monique.
You got Monique. That would be awesome. And John D, I remember a point in time where you said you were going to come and talk about Outrun on one of my Next Level podcasts. So if you are off restriction for joining and talking about sticker Peelgate, that would be fun to ever chat with you too. I'd appreciate that. But Michael B and John G smoking a genie lamp would be fun. But yeah, Michael B would be awesome to have you and John D do a show together. That'd be sweet. P-Dubs is definitely pro at games, but also owns 22 Arcade1Ups. You're allowed to like more than one things. Oh, it's pro at games. Yeah, I see.
Where
is it distracting having that lady just pop up on the screen?
Yeah, because
it's a good thing that the sound isn't on, because they pretty much are just going, oh my god, oh my god.
Oh my god, I can't see it. Lady, get off the screen.
All right.
Danger.
Yeah, Outrun and Outrunners are top dogs on a standing Outrun for sure. Everyone asked Michael B if I can be his co-host. I'm sure if you are down for that, John D, that would absolutely, he would do that in a heartbeat. I know he would. Thought Class of 81 was going to be available for pre-order in September now.
Cool.
All right.
First place.
This
lady in my face. Too.
I know. Someone put Carpal Panel on track, but all right. Mrs. Kong is the perfect sidekick. Yeah, you would have been the perfect sidekick in the show.
Just get out. I'll try.
Yeah. How can you not pick Michael? How old is this game? I don't know. I don't know if it's an early 2000s game or something. Are you still driving?
I didn't know that.
Oh, I think you're driving another one. Yeah. Just going.
Reverse.
All right.
Where am I going? Where's everybody?
They're way ahead of you. That's where they are. The gunny girl. Valve limit is perfect for Billy View. You can't tell Canadians any secrets, FYI. That's true. You would probably have so much leaky things going on. There's Peel It. Oh, Julie is here. Yes, Rainwaters. He's possibly even more polarizing than me, but he's got so much potential. I think you guys are talking about Zohar. Yeah, that's true. He is a polarizing figure for sure. Love him or hate him. I've definitely been annoyed at sometimes with Zohar's antics, flip-flopping between purchasing cabs and then canceling stuff, his big trash talking. But I've actually really enjoyed his original content. As a fan of 90s R&B, his songs, John D, and his other songs about Natalie and the 1UP, I was a fan. And I'm not gonna lie, I've had "You Suck at Street Fighter" stuck in my head the last week. So if we could ever make that happen live to see that going on, that would be really fun. All right, this game is terrible. It's a bad game. It's a bad racing game from a mechanic standpoint. There's like no value in this besides the shock value of having some chick. I don't even know if she's still in the car with you.
She is. She keeps popping up.
She keeps popping up?
Yeah.
Boom.
Like if you run into a car like this.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's a terrible game. Absolutely. Jamie's usually there Sunday morning, but you're having a staycation city with the fam. Do you think if Arcade1Up Street Fighter is worth it? I do. The Big Blue. There's so many Street Fighters, so it depends on which one you're talking about. But yeah, I'm really excited about the online capability of Big Blue, and the lineup is fantastic. It looks better than I thought it would. I will be doing a formal review of Big Blue once I get it. But yeah, I think it really is ultimately up to you in terms of what you consider worth it. But for me, it was a must buy instantly. And I told even John D on one of his streams with 1UP Weekly, as soon as they do a live version of Street Fighter, because we knew it was going to happen sometime, I was instantly buying no matter what type of cab they put it into. I think many people were hoping that the legacy lines would have online play with it. But I'm happy to get Big Blue as a different shaped cab for Street Fighter. And hopefully we can see some other potential Big Blues in the future using other skins too. That would be really cool to see in multiple Big Blue lineups. So just having fun.
Race leader. No,
you did it. All right.
Let's sit with you.
All right. We're going to play just maybe one more game and then close up the stream. Yeah.
The kiddos are awake.
I know. We have over 80 people that are here though, but it's been awesome hanging out with everybody on this Saturday morning. Is there a final game that we should play on here? Maybe we should do Ridge Racer again for the folks that missed it, because people were joining the stream pretty late. So for folks that were joining the original, broadcast and wanted to see what Ridge Racer looked like, we really were joining this to see what Ridge Racer looks like on a cab and what it can look like. So we'll probably just do, which one did you like better, Ridge Racer 1 or Ridge Racer 2?
They looked the same earlier.
Exactly the same?
Yeah.
All right, we'll play Ridge Racer 1 because we know for sure that's the cab that was mentioned. So we know this game will be on the cab. We don't have any other information about what other games would be on the Ridge Racer cab. We would assume Ridge Racer 2, maybe Rave Racer if they're going to do 3 games. And hopefully some of those other ones from System 22. You can look up System 22 and see what other racing games are available. I think John D hinted at another potential one, something called Ace Digital Victory, I believe it was called, Ace Victory. And yeah, I don't think this one has a view change button here, but this is the original Ridge Racer.
No, see, it didn't have the rear view mirror.
Oh, does it?
No, it didn't.
Oh, okay.
I told you.
Oh, okay. So that's the difference between Ridge Racer 1 and 2. Ridge Racer 2 has a rear view mirror. You are true. You are right. Correct, though. Okay. So that's the difference. Ridge Racer 2 has a rear view mirror. Good to know.
Whoop.
Yeah, sticker gate was solved with the Horsewing logo. This is true. It's true. As soon as I did that video with Justin Kukic, we knew that the horse logo was gone. What is Mrs. Kong's first name? It's weird calling her Mrs. Kong in your B. She's not Mrs. Kong. She's Mrs.
Kongs are us,
That's
please.
right. She is the Mrs. Kongs are us, and she likes to keep it that way for sure. Agreed on the Big Blue lineups at Retro Lizard. What did Retro Lizard say? Retro Lizard, John D, I posted your co-host request to Michael's most recent video. We'll make it happen if you really want to do. Kongs are us play Turbo. Like Turbo, like classic Turbo. I don't think I have that mapped in MAME yet. So all my classic arcade games, I can just run through my playlist so you can see what other games I have on here, maybe to close out the stream. And then afterwards, we'll close it out. But I do have that on here. I just not mapped to everything. Yes, it would have made the Legacy cabinet so much better if they have Wi-Fi capability. I'm definitely sure. Will Ridge Racer have the ability to play multiplayer in the same room, private rooms on multiple cabs? I don't know. If it did have a live button on it, so if it uses a lobby system very similar to how the NBA Jam or the Street Fighter games, if you're in a lobby and you're kind of like in this countdown and then other people join, if you have multiple Ridge Racers and the live feature works that way, I don't see why not. That would be really cool. But it takes more programming to do that though. Like there is no such thing in the arcade of having a Wi-Fi lobby system. You had a physically connected device to be able to do that, right? That was connected either through I think a fiber optics cable normally for connected racing cabs. So that's normally how the synced cabs would work. So I don't know if they built a lobby system for matching, how that would work out, but it's exciting to do. I don't see if they have a live button and it's online. There's no other like high score thing that you can have a leaderboard for. So it has to be head to head. I would hope so. I think that would be really great. Oh, Ridge Racer 7. It's great because of the awesome drifting. I got to play that for sure. All right, John D says, I'm a big fan of 90s R&B. Zoe is god tier in song composition, but the John D songs suck. Natalie, on the other hand. Oh, I know you're a big fan of R&B for sure. All right, you have all 4 of the legacy cabinets, and they're amazing. Mortal Kombat should have had Wi-Fi on them. But the Michael B shows are Monday nights, and you work at the local bowling alley renting shoes. Oh, man, some smack talk happening in the chat right now. All right. John D says on Monday nights he works at Panda Express. Do you like Panda Express?
Do you like Panda Express?
I do like Panda Express. I like my orange chicken. You don't like orange chicken? No? No, it's because she's real Chinese, and so she only thinks real Chinese food counts as Chinese food, not the beef and broccoli, not the orange chicken, not the kung pao chicken, not the mushroom chicken with the zucchini and the mushrooms.
Okay, zucchini right there in Chinese cuisine. It's like, what?
It's what? Yeah.
What?
Yeah. All right. You remember when you used to connect the Xbox original console for Halo games? I bet the 2 Ridge Racer cabinets. Yeah, and maybe you can connect something from the PCBs. That would be really cool.
What am I looking for?
Yeah. I did show off the new laptop, Ricky. So yeah. You need a backup just in case you get plans for trouble for talking shiz. I don't want to end the stream because John D's here hanging out. We're all having fun. But anyway, it is Sunday morning. We have to start our day. But I hope you guys all enjoyed the stream. I'm just going to do a quick run through of my playlist so you guys can see what else I have on here. I've been running through what I call my modern racing playlist, but also on here too, if you have a racing wheel and you want to mod your Outrun, I have every single Mario Kart game listed on here, including the Technoparrot DX games, Mario Kart GP 1 and 2. So these are the arcade racing Mario Kart games, which are super fun to play on here. But then you have all the other Mario Karts on the Wii, Double Dash, Super Circuit, Sonic Racing All-Stars, a very fun game as well. Original Super Mario Kart, Wacky Races, Crash Bandicoot Racing, just some fun games you can play. I also have a classic racing playlist for all my actual Outrun games, the original Outrun, Radmobile, Rally Bike, Superstream, Slipstream, Super Hang On, Super Shrimp. Somebody was talking about playing Turbo. Turbo's on here as well. Turbo Up Round, Up Down, World Rally. So those are some of the fun games you can play on here. Championship Sprint and Off-Road or Off-Road are fun to play, but it's kind of a paddle game, so it's hard. I'd rather have a dial playing these games. So I have those. I also have a ride and shoot playlist. So you know those games where you're spy hunters or road blasters or Batman. I never classified these as racing games because you're not racing, you're just driving and shooting things. And so I don't think anybody has a playlist that's called Ride and Shoot, but I made it. And so in this Ride and Shoot list, you have Batman, which is super fun in the arcade, Last Duel, Lucky and Wild, Night Striker, Road Blasters, Stud Runner, one of my absolute favorites. It's really fun. Plays better on a yoke, but I have that again, and I made this playlist mostly for my yoke mod with my Star Wars, but this is what I did for this. I have a ride and roll playlist too. So again, another custom playlist that I made because I don't consider Crazy Taxi a racing game or these other games where you're kind of picking up people. So I made something just called Ride and Roll that had my water games, jet ski games, 18 wheelers on here, Crazy Taxis, Motor Harley Davidson, Paperboy. And this was again made for my yoke mod. Road Rash, Water Ski. Simpsons Road Rage, another fun game. This is the Simpsons version of Crazy Taxi. That would have been really fun to play.
Monkey Ball.
Yeah, Super Monkey Ball. This is meant for playing with the arcade yoke. And then even these games too, like Top Skater is almost like a racing game ish, but you could actually play this with a yoke or a wheel or something if you wanted to. So that's why it's on here. And then lastly, my Outrun mod. So this is my Outrun playlist, which has all the Outrun games because this is my Outrun cabinet. But anyways, that's the playlist that I have for my RaceCade. It's been a long time since I played with my Outrun mod. But it was fun just hanging out with everybody. So do you have any final thoughts or words to say? Did you enjoy playing all the games on the racing cab?
My butt is sticking to the chair.
Oh, that's what you have to say?
Yes.
Yes. All right. Are you excited about other future racing cabs at all for the companies? No.
Excited for the companies, not our house.
Not our house in case. I don't
There's
know.
no space.
Yeah, but I don't know if I would actually get the Ridge Racer cab just because I already have this modded and I accomplished my goal of having a racing cab in my arcade, and I don't know if I have room for another one. If I did it, I would have to make it a sit down to match this one, and I already have the sit down Star Wars one, so I have like my two cabs that are very similar right now. So it's not I'll just make this point. I've been known as a modder, but for future Arcade1Up purchases, they're getting much better with their Wi-Fi technology and the PCBs and the quality of it, that I find myself I'm probably not going to be modding as much anymore because the quality of the cabs are so much better.
Well, I don't know. I mean, you modded this one to make it higher.
Mm-hmm.
Like you raised up this Outrun one, and you also cut a hole here to fit your long dangly legs so you don't hit anything. So I don't know. You might be just modding the cab itself and not
maybe some physical things. Yeah, but not the inside PCBs or things. If I can do some other cosmetic mods to make it better, maybe. But in terms of the guts and things, especially if they're Wi-Fi connected, that's why if I had NBA Jam, I wouldn't have modded it because of the online capability. And then even Marvel vs. Capcom, besides changing the buttons and the sticks, it's 100% stock. So I don't see myself modding future Arcade1Ups if they keep on putting together good quality stuff. But anyways, thank you all for joining the stream. Papa Brad said I will mod everything. Appreciate John D for hanging out. If this was really the real John D, I hope everybody enjoyed having an opportunity to talk to one of the most polarizing guys in the retro arcade community.
The naked chicken chalupa.
Yeah, or as people are talking about Taco Bell right now.
Yeah, they were. John D just said something about Taco Bell's amazing hangover food.
Where
amazing hangover food, I found this out recently, is just bacon and eggs because it contains the fats and the there's a protein inside of eggs that help you, I guess, like heal faster.
Yeah. Do you want some Taco Bell for breakfast?
We don't have a naked chicken chalupa here.
I know. All right. Well, anyways, have a wonderful rest of your day. We will see you guys next time. Bye, everybody.
Bye.